Okay, so welcome back to looking what I call this Star Wars Outside Star Wars or something. We're playing Galactic 2E. We have not played this since August. So you're here with me, Zach. Also got scrolling off Discord. Got Katie,
What's up?
Jordan,
I do exist.
Random,
My name is Caden.
Devin. I can't remember.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, good.
I can talk. I'm good.
And Roll.
Do you think the fact that we all met because we listened to the comedy button had some sort of effect in how we present ourselves online?
Don't worry
Yeah.
about
I mean, I've never listened to the comedy button.
that. Yeah, so yeah, that's non-factor.
Answer my question. Hey, how's it going?
Hey. Alright, so from last left off, our characters just escaped from being pursued by the bad guys. You know, just the mandate, as they're called in this book. Not sure if that's actually their name or not.
Seen mandate.
And they were. Why are they after us again? They're after some. Partly after
What they
BBKT and partly after Cheetah,
And-
Rose character. And it's also because, like, I think we're trying to do something with like that robot head, and the robot head like activated and send a distress signal, right?
Yeah, I have that like.
Oh yeah, you also have that lightsaber that you stole, right? You stole from someplace. And so like you fought away and escaped off this base that was on an asteroid. It's New Republic base, and we blew it up so that it like also blows up like the bad guy ship that was after us. We escaped with some of the personnel there, including Captain Hayhurst, who is played by John Goodman. And I guess like we were just gonna like escape somewhere, but also like me and Rule's character, my character Huarong, and Rule's character Tito were in like a Y-wing together, and Tito was piloting, and Tito was going to go to a different course than what everyone else was going. So that's where we left off, I think. So, what does everyone else want to do?
How about some Zoom ball?
What is that?
Really? Okay, never mind. I guess
What?
only 90s kids.
You're older than us, random.
Is this that thing that you like? Is this something that you would see on like a Nickelodeon commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not that much older than me.
You're older. It was like a ball and then two strings, and then you launched it back and forth between two people, and then there was a timer, like, and you fill the ball with water, and like if you got
Of course you do.
the timer went off while it was like going towards you, then you lost. You got wet.
I think you're making that up.
So yeah, I guess you're gonna do that.
So where's Rogvert again? I just want to make sure.
Rogvert's on the ship, which we don't have a name for. We got on Cormac's ship.
Think about that too.
We need a slick name for this
I
hot
nominate
rod.
the Clunk and Junk.
Zoom ball.
Almost. Let's.
So like Rule, like I think it's pretty obvious. Like our scene will be something involving like you going the other way. I just want to know what everyone else wants to do.
How far away are we from
How many people were on that station? How many did we save everyone that we could, or did we just sort of be like, fuck it?
I mean, I'm sure like some of them, a decent amount of them died. We went over this. Like, we're not sure how many, but like I think, like I said, like the station had like what, like 50 people on it, and then like I said, like enough of them had to die fighting the bad guys for the bad guys to be threatening. And also like when it comes to like Captain Hayhurst, I think we also like said like Captain Hayhurst is in like his like immediate group of underlings or whatever, or like basically Team Red from Red vs. Blue. So it's like a handful of them that are like direct equivalents to like Simmons, Griff, Donut, Lopez.
Wait. Hold on. I am not married to this name. But how about the Intrepid Porg?
I like the like scheme here. Not sure if Porg is the thing we want to go with, but
I'm all like, yes, I like Intrepid, but like Porg does throw me off. I think we should like name it after a space creature though.
Porg is like, again, I don't hate Porgs. Porgs are like a fun thing to just be around. But like it is a bit too cutesy, I think, for Cormac. But like
unless
sorry.
that's like a sweet side of Cormac, like maybe Cormac.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I do like it's literally the Millennium Falcon naming scheme, the fucking adjective animal.
Yeah.
Piercing Pequod.
I forgot what a Pequod is. I just know that from
Isn't
Metal
it
Gear
a
Solid
whale?
5.
It's a whaling ship from Moby Dick.
I know it's.
I
mean, did you not have to read Moby Dick in school?
No.
No, hold on. The crystal fox things of Vulptex.
Oh yeah, that's what they're called? I never knew what they were called. How do you spell that?
Yeah, Vulptex. How about that? The Intrepid Vulptex.
You sound a little muffled.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, my finger was on the mic. Or the speaker, whatever. And yeah, the crystal foxes in Last Jedi called Vulptex.
Wait, Vulptex? I'll just look up.
Yeah.
How you spell it?
Vulptex.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, those things.
Yeah,
cool.
like
Intrepid Vulptex, and those things were like pretty curious too. They were just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute and like interesting and like they're spiky. They're like white spiky.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like they're cute, but
Jolteon.
like I don't think I could pet them because it's just like you're just rocks. But then I don't know. It's like you could pet turtles, and turtles like it.
Turtles do like getting pet. They like shell scratchies.
Yeah, Intrepid Vulptex.
Okay, that's a good name. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Okay, so if Tito is going somewhere else, thing blew up. Are we trying to get to a different like rebel base?
I figure if not a base, like someplace, like you could report the news. Like I was thinking like. Hayhurst would have something to say about this. I don't know. I don't really need to like act out his voice or anything, but like, he like probably wants to report to someone, and like, because we need to report an attack. I had an idea of like a planet you could go to. If anyone minds.
I do not.
Or
I feel like you guys. I feel like, well, everyone eventually. We should go to Chandrilla. Random knows what Chandrila is, right?
Yeah.
I do not. Describe it.
Sounds
Chandrila,
familiar.
Chandrila is Mon Mothma's home planet. It's never been
Yeah.
in anything ever, which is
Let's
weird because
go there.
it's the leader of the rebellion's home planet. They never go there.
Yeah.
And
Why
like,
would they? They got too many deserts.
yeah, and my thinking is that like in the setting of whenever this game is like, like, so like a thing with like the New Republic is that like they rotate the capital. The capital at first was Chandrila, and like every year or a couple of years it changes. I'd like to think that this is another year where it is Chandrila again, because it's like a boring, stable sort of set. Like,
Yeah, it's basically it's just like Earth, really. It's a continental, like, cosmopolitan planet. Like it's not like Coruscant, where, like the whole planet is like city. It's like no, like here's city, here's countryside, here's
And I was saying, like, it being Chandrila again is like, okay, the period of like the galaxy right now is like things are like stable, kind of boring, but also they're not like aware of what could be happening. So it's like, yeah, sure, let's have the capital be Chandrila again. Why not?
Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's go Chandrila.
Is there any sort of like I was saying any sort of dialogue any of you guys want to do, but also like I feel like I'm trying to think like if this maybe could have been like a scene, like we had like a brief scene like where like right when we're about to escape, like you say over like the radios or whatever, like well, plot a course to Chandrila, that's the capital right now, and like that's where like Tito was thinking of like says that they're going, but that's not what they end up going. So that explains like how they separate.
So we're wanted, right?
Not by the New Republic, but like whoever these bad guys are. Also, what's up with Robert, Jordan? Because Robert was just kind of like dragged along for all of this.
Rogbert wants to go to Chandrila. Rogbert is looking to scramble or like get himself as many pieces of ship and get himself off of here. Because he's not going to be able to pilot this. This thing obviously has a point where it's going. This isn't where Robert's meant to be. So Chandrila, heck yeah, he's got the Chandrilan shirt on. He's got a big old foam finger saying, "I love Chandrila." Mon Mothma is a MILF or whatever on a hat.
Oh, no.
It means I can get a space subway pass back to my planet.
You mean a spaceship?
No, we lost. Did we lose someone?
I don't think so.
I'm muted, but I'm still here.
Oh, never mind. No. Zach ended the stream, so it looked like someone left.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, he's just like
Is that one person who was like the manager of my planet who I would report to? Is that still in the party with us?
Me?
Yeah,
I forget their
Devin's
name.
character.
Oh, that's Devin's. Okay, it's been a bit. It's been
Niece.
since August.
I forget the last name we decided on because you didn't like my original last name.
Okay. All right.
Honestly, in
Sorry.
my heart, her name's Niece Tosset.
All right. So I'm still begrudgingly like sucking up the niece and whatnot, but I want to get my foam finger that says "I love Chandrila" so I can escape as soon as I can.
Right. Okay.
As soon as we can ditch niece in some ditch. I don't know.
I feel like you two have something to sort out.
I mean, do we want to get into this now, niece?
What? What do you get into? What?
I'm not going to get into it because I want to have a way to get out if I piss niece off too much.
Bitch, better have my money.
So,
Also, Devin,
I'm here with my Tandrilla shirt.
Okay, also, Devin, your character is like, the diplomat. I forgot what exactly her job is, but like, maybe Chandra may have been your idea. Maybe she brought that up.
Yeah, like I said, okay. It took me okay, where's the capital right now? Trangella. Set a course for that.
Why are we heading to the capital? What's over on the capital? What? What are we even doing anymore? Where did you drag us on to?
It's safe.
I'm fairly certain whoever the hell these people are, they're not going to go to the capital of the New Republic to chase after us. Unless they have a death wish. Which, who's to say, but at least we'll be safe there.
Fine. You can drag me to this other planet. It'll be fine. I'll go get Sabaros or the equivalent of Times Square.
Once I know we're safe, Rogbert, I'll take you back home.
Alright. I can deal with that. But it's been what, like a couple days at this point?
I feel like it's been less than 24 hours, actually.
Oh, okay.
Since you guys got attacked at the sports bar and escaped, and then ended up in that base and then escaped.
What is this last? Shut up.
Also, okay, shut up. Also, again, I just gotta clarify about this game, the system. I am not the GM. This is a collaborative game. Everyone can speak up whenever they want.
Okay.
BBKT, what say you?
I mean, I just want to get away from the fill in the blank mandate.
Yeah.
And whatever I can do to help bring them down, I'm gonna do, but I'm also kind of self-preservation still a little bit here.
Oh, yeah, also just trying to remember also what like other plot details. So we're trying to get the information off of that robot head we got. That's the thing. Like we tried to do it at the base, and the base just doesn't have the tech to do that. And we're also trying to right?
Yeah, Trandrilla will definitely have that kind of tech.
Yeah, and also, Katie, we're also trying to unlock hidden memories or sealed off memories that BBKT has.
Right, I forgot. Oh man,
You forgot about your forgotten memories.
I forgot about my forgotten memories. See, this is just I'm essentially just playing myself.
I don't know what I've forgotten.
That's really funny. It's a terrible reference. Yeah, so I'm definitely actually pro. Let's go to the capital. They probably have technology there that can probably help fill in the blank problem here.
So BBKT.
Alright, fine.
With a little bit of elbow grease, we can get anything in or out of you.
So we're taking hyperspace from, because before this, the asteroid was on the outer rim, right?
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, because
so
Jordan's planet was in the outer rim, right? Because it's backwater, quote unquote.
Chandrilla, yeah, because Chandrilla is a core world.
Yeah.
So about how long will this take?
I don't know, movie time.
Alright, fine, yeah. Enough for hookup.
37 parsecs.
Alright, fine, yeah, but it's okay. At least establish that the interpreted vortex is going to Chandrilla. So we're in hyperspace right now.
Yeah. Roll, can you talk yet? No, he's still
No, I
listening.
think he said he'll be right back, but he's still listening.
Okay. Because I was just gonna talk about our situation in relation to that. But yeah, like, as while you're listening, I was thinking like, okay, I'm not exactly sure how like hyperspace works in terms of like other ships that are also in hyperspace and going to going the quote unquote same direction.
Same lane, using the same hyperspace lane.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like, are we like, so? Yeah, are we both? Can both of our ships like be in the same like tunnel or whatever it is when you see it for a bit?
Well, that's changed too, because
then we can still talk to each other over radio.
The fucking rules, there's no fucking the rules weren't even concrete back with the old EU or back with Legends, so I don't even know what canon is right now.
I just think like when you go into hyperspace, is it just like a tunnel that appears only around like your vessel, and not necessarily is big enough to fit like multiple vessels,
Well, here's the case. So you in Star Wars, you use your hyperspace is an actual place. You use the hyperspace engine to enter it. So right, because it's technically a different dimension, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. I think so because that's kind of the reason why like jumping to hyperspace without like an actual lane, like without an actual course plotted, is dangerous. Because you could run into something. So yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, so I'm assuming the lanes, you could see someone, or it's like the same tunnel or whatever.
In a hyperspace communication, is a thing, right? Like people can communicate while you're in hyperspace.
I mean, sensors work while you're in hyperspace, so.
I'm just saying all this because I want the idea. I'm kind of thinking the idea should be, the ship that the ship that Huarong and Tito is in is going the same direction that everyone else is up to a point, and you don't really realize that until you get out of hyperspace, and then you're just hey, where'd they go?
Right.
I not to say too much about your character role, but I'm thinking Tito's yeah, I'm totally going that way, totally right, yep, and then last second maybe you decide this way.
We're gonna goofy movie this thing.
Maybe. So Rule, when you're ready, I have an idea for our scenes. I just want to make sure everyone else has stuff that they want to do,
So it's me and Robert and Cormac and BBKE.
Yeah. And Captain Hayhurst, and maybe a few of his buds.
Look, I'm gonna go to Bubblegum Shrimp, then I'm gonna see if I can find a plane ticket. Space plane ticket.
Bro says he has no ideas.
Alright. If nobody has any ideas, we're gonna end up actually going to Space Bubblegum Shrimp, and I need the themology to be discussed between us all. What is the space Star Wars version of Bubblegum Shrimp?
I don't know. I've never been to a Bubblegum Shrimp place.
I've been to one once.
It's got shrimp. It's got seafood.
There's one on West Coast.
Bubba.
There's one at the Santa Monica Pier.
Not bad. It's a good restaurant. A little expensive, but it was good.
Okay, so let me just gonna. I guess after, because I imagine like we like make our escape and like I'm just like, hey, Cormac, just jump somewhere. We'll figure out the rest after we're the fuck away from the thing we just blew up. And then once it's chill, that's when we're like, okay, let's go to Changela because that's the capital right now. Is that cool with you? Let me ask you this, Cormac. Is the fact that I'm suggesting the capital of the New Republic going to be an issue for you in particular? Like, is it? Do you need? Like, Is there some? Like, do you need us to get a ride on another ship with different
Devin, would you
code?
consider this to be a vulnerable move because you don't have any tokens at the moment?
Sure, if you want to consider it that.
Like, which vulnerable move?
So, God damn it, you would ask me that, huh?
Okay. Could this be ask what have you been hiding from me?
Yeah, because I'm low key trying to wonder like if Cormac has a criminal background I need to be worried about. Like,
As of right now, there are no warrants out for me.
Okay. I will take that as reassurance.
Okay, I guess that's you doing a vulnerable move then, because you're.
Yeah, I count it.
Yeah, so you can gain a token then. Wait, I forgot what your token was.
It's a fleur-de-lis.
Okay, yeah.
You put it in the Discord for everyone else to see, I guess. I'll put mine here. Okay. And then I had the conversation with Robert, like, look, I know we're moving farther away from whatever the hell we decided to call that place.
Entomon.
Shoot, what? Entomon?
Yeah, you came up with it.
Yeah, like 5 months ago.
Yeah, I know, but still, you still you.
Entomon. Okay. No.
That doesn't look like a fleur-de-lis at all, Devin. Whatever. Don't matter. You don't see it. Like, I know, like, I know we're moving pretty far away from your home, but like, it's just to be safe, just to get safe, and then once we are safe, I'm gonna get you back.
Look. Now, you keep saying we're going the opposite way, and we are, but you know what all that means? A direct flight. I'm not stopping anywhere. I'm going to get to my system. I'm going to get on my space scooter, and I'm going to go back to Entomon, where I belong, and you don't. You got me wrapped up in this. I think we're even.
Fair enough. Although I don't remember why you jumped out of the beginning. You could have been your evolution for all I know. It's been months.
Y'all came to my fucking planet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, it's basically like an old mining planet, and just like, oh, you need
Lumber
our
planet.
trees. Because,
Yeah, it's a lumber planet.
Lumber, I'm sorry. Yeah, you need our trees because they can be used to, They can be used to, like, fix space hulls? Because they're, like, carbonized or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, we got diamond trees.
Look, can I milk this and get another token and also make up for the fact that I barely talked in the other games?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can I tell a hard truth in a way that hurts?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna Rockford.
Oh shit.
We're gonna go back to the capital of the de facto government of the galaxy, because the men who have battle droids that were shooting at us probably aren't gonna do that around the Republic Armada. knock on Spacewood.
Mm-hmm.
And once we're there, we're gonna figure out some shit. Like, I'm gonna figure out some shit. I'm gonna tell them what happened. I'm gonna have to let them know that the asteroid blew up, and we're gonna have to see what they have to say about it. And then once we get all that information out, we can try to get you home. But you understand where we're going back to probably isn't gonna be like how it was before.
Wait, did Intamon get invaded? I forget.
I mean, there were robots, dog. There was like hella robots. I say as diplomatically as possible.
Alright, sorry, let me think.
Does that count? Is that a hard truth?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I do want to jump in here and kind of remind everyone that Ed to Mom, that's how we say it.
Something like that. I forgot how it's spelled.
That planet is. I don't know if we ended up making it quote unquote canon. We did talk about like the evil secret empire that's chasing us. They have at this point, like, remember there was a giant ship outside of it, a Death Star basically.
Oh yeah, like we couldn't get communications back there, right?
Yes, and when we tried to communicate, like you, Rockbert, were able to be like, no, that's fake as hell. That's sketchy. I think like something's up. So like
that's probably another reason we want to contact the New Republic. Say, hey, why can't we talk to this planet?
So that is like not so much invaded, but like there is the Death Star orbiting it, and they have taken over all communication. So take for that what you will.
Okay, I completely forgot that part. My response to Nice is, y'all will forget us once again until somebody needs whatever we have. Let's go.
I'm trying to see what your vulnerable moves are here, Jordan, to see if any of these are
Yeah, it's finding like a new thing for something I've been working on. It doesn't come up all that often. That's why I was kind of like wanting to do some dialogue with BBKT and maybe add some, or maybe like add something to them or something that way and get a vulnerable.
Do you see your vulnerable moves?
Yeah, my vulnerable move is uncover an unexpected power secret and something you've been working on.
Okay, wait, how does that apply to what you just said?
I mean, I was going to work it into something with BBKT, because we talked about... Because in another session we talked about how I could, like... it was something about me, like, examining what she's got. Or saying, like, you can do more or something like that. I don't know. Once again, it's been 5 months.
Okay, that could be a dialogue with BBKT. I'm just saying, like, did you do anything right now with Nice to get something?
We only have the one vulnerable move, lateral move, and strong move, right?
No, you could use any of these.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm just gonna admit I don't understand something.
Okay.
Fine. You and your big city, whatever... I don't know what's going on. I try and look after my own. No one needs us until they want something.
I'm very confused as to what you're having trouble understanding. There's a giant bug-off spaceship over your planet. But like diplomatically. That's how I say that.
Shoot, I was going somewhere and then I was reminded of the plot that wasn't where my headspace was. Okay, fine. I admit I don't know what I would do. I need you. This is where I'm at. You want it? There you go. I don't know what to do. I can't save anything. I can't save anyone. Tell me what to do, niece. Fine.
Okay, I don't need you to do anything but follow me to this planet.
Alright.
and help me tell them what was going on.
Okay. I'll just do it. All right.
Okay, so that's.
I mean, I guess the alternative is that once we get there, you can just fuck off to a bar somewhere and hang out till we leave.
Okay. No,
But I
I'm
would
coming.
appreciate the help.
I'm coming. No, if I'm gonna be a part of it, I'm gonna be a part of it. Who all's on this planet with Niece and I?
The ship?
Just the ship?
The intrepid Volptix.
Okay, the intrepid Volptec. So, Random and BBKD are not
They are.
on this planet. They are?
Random is piloting the ship.
And
Okay.
I'm an astromech droid.
Okay.
So just a reminder, Devin, you got 2 tokens out of that. Jordan, you got 1.
Yes.
Okay.
I got 1 token. Alright.
So, post your tokens in the chat.
What did we agree my token was?
I think it's a tree. It's a tree emoji.
Okay.
I guess I could, but
As long as you're keeping track of them, I could do it instead.
I am.
I'll just go post Devin's for now.
I used to keep track of all y'all's on a Google Doc, but I forget what the hell I did with it.
See, did I put... Yeah, I put that in the right place. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
the thing I've been drawing is not a fleur-de-lis, but whatever, I know what it means.
Alright.
Okay. I'm starting to get this again.
Yeah.
I apologize.
It's 5 or 6 months, guys.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. Does anyone else have anything else they want to do? Were you gonna talk to BBKT, Jordan?
Okay, Katie. Just to establish, you're an astromech droid. What do you know about yourself?
Okay, let me remember what I know about myself. So, what I know happened is that I had a caretaker person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're human or not. We could add to that.
Your choice.
But I had a person who was with the bad guy. And I was
Go on, sorry.
What?
Go on.
Okay, they were bad guy, and then they defected, and they told me and we had plans to defect together because they stopped erasing my memories and blah blah blah. And now some parts of it it being my memory have been blocked off, so I can't really remember everything from the bad guy days. There's definitely stuff in there that I know is there, but I can't access. It's very frustrating and confusing. And my dog is annoying me right now, so it's hard to focus.
Droids don't have dogs.
Droids don't have dogs.
That's the real tragedy of Star Wars.
That is, honestly. Where are the dogs?
What if
there's
Star
dogs?
Wars.
There's like a
what if
Nubans,
BB...
Yeah.
What if
there were some good
BBKT's...
reptile boys.
What if BBKT's original handler was a sexy Twi'lek?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This counts as hitting on me.
Oh, fine. No, I say no, but okay.
Alright.
What matters is what I think. The man.
I asked BBKT when's the last time they were serviced. I got nothing else to do. I know about droids. I can fix them with string and a twig.
BBKT's an astromech. It's busy navigating us through hyperspace. It's what's called.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think BBKT is in like a port like R2 is, because this is like more like a Millennium Falcon type ship. All they need to do is just like interface with like something, and there they could roll it around when they're done.
Hey, can you hear me?
I think so.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got anything to say?
Katie.
No, I just wanted to make sure everyone can hear me.
Okay.
Katie, would you like to explore your background and whatnot? Because I was going to see about doing a strong move where I break something in the exact way I mean to.
I mean, like we said, Jordan's like, I thought the whole point is like, we're trying to get to some place that has the tech to do the unlocking thing. I don't know if you could do it.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not the master of unlocking. You're right.
Yeah, because this isn't like mechanical. This is like coding.
Okay.
Not to be like rude or distinct, but I do think that is a distinction.
I just was gonna try and do a fun thing, but I completely forgot that storyline, so ignore it, Katie.
I mean, I'm down with evaluating my past. It's just that like we need like to get to the place.
We need to get the plot planet to get the plot for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably go to the plot and do the plot.
Yeah, let's go to the plot planet, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Alliteration.
Hot planet that also has plenty of porn.
When Draco Malfoy's about to say Potter. Okay, so does everyone else have any other like ship dialogue? Because then I want I have like my idea for me and Rule, and I don't know how much like you guys want to do like the plot planet stuff until like we get back.
I mean,
I've established my subservience to Nice at this point.
Oh boy,
I'm kind of being a child. Shut up. So like I'm doing my part. Anyone else want to do something?
I mean, I have like 6 tokens or something.
Yeah, you do.
There's some stuff.
You don't need to generate anything. Maybe you could spend them, but you have like 3. That's what you have left. But okay, let's just try and move the story along. Okay, so roll. So we're in a Y-wing together, right?
Yes.
I definitely think like, there was a point where it's like, okay, yeah, we're going to go to Chandra, and then like at some. I think I'm not sure exactly how hyperspace works, but like, you instead of setting the coordinates to Chandra with everybody else, you set it to like some place that's close enough so it seemed like we were going there until we actually get out of hyperspace.
Okay.
So like, I'm trying to think if there's any moves and stuff here you could do for that.
Hold on. Let me like this and check my phone.
Also, in terms of like, movie and story and stuff, like, when should this reveal come in? Should it be come in like after everyone like goes to Chandra and like, hey, where is the other ship? Or should it like come before that?
I think after that.
Okay, so like before it comes back to us and where we are, there's like a scene where everyone jumps to hyperspace, goes to Chandra, and then it like everyone gets out, and it reveals like the space around Chandra. What should it look like? This is the capital of the New Republic.
But also, like, it changes from year to year.
Yeah. Like, what's like the immediate like space around it look like? I don't want to say like has like a ton of ships around it because like that's a bit militaristic, but it's got to be like pretty well defended. But like,
I think there is a what's it called orbiting it, like some kind of like space station orbiting it.
yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the places section here. Let's see how we can describe this. Not natural places, because this is just the atmosphere above it. Like I imagine, like not like a lot of traffic, like it's a like a space traffic jam, but more just like like flowing traffic, because like people are coming in and out of this important place.
Right.
Like, it's not that there are a bunch of ships around there because it's militaristic. There's a bunch of ships around there because there's a bunch of shit happening there.
Yeah.
Industry. Well, government. Economic. Like, the Republic is not very old at this point. Like, there's still dissenters that don't think there should be a republic, so you gotta think the capital probably is well protected for people like that.
I mean, basically, I'm thinking that the New Republic would have basically like a home fleet, and like that would be like which basically its main mission would be to protect the capital.
I'm imagining it's something like the feeling of like going to like a big airport like LAX, like, but on the scale of like this is the entire like upper atmosphere, not upper atmosphere, like orbit of the planet.
Right.
Like what's called like for example the fleet that was meant to simply protect High Charity, I think was called like the escort fleet. Was it? It was called the escort fleet.
Yeah, I guess like the beginning of Halo 2 is another good idea to think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't need to. I was trying to find like something in the places section that could fit this exactly, but like we can get into that later. And this is just like to help us set a tone. I think we already did that.
Also, the capital of Chandrila is Hannah City.
Okay, I guess that might be where you're going.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, everyone on the instrument Volptex gets out of hyperspace and like, okay, this is Chandrila. Yep, that's the capital. But then you're like, wait a minute, we're not sensing us. You're not sensing the Y-wing that Harong and Tito were on. So like, wait, where did they go? And I guess that could then cut to us.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, what do you think, Roll?
Does your character know that I'm doing anything or that I'm scheming?
No. Or at least like, I don't know. It could be several things. He could be like tired, or he could just be trusting. He's not like overly cautious about you, so.
Right. I mean, I figured not, but okay. Did you have any idea of that?
I think there does need to be a scene where like we come out of hyperspace and we get to the orbit of the planet, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't Chandrila.
Right. I guess I'm trying to figure out where would Tito want to go.
Like I was saying, like I was thinking like you didn't pick any place in particular. You were just trying to pick some place that was close to Chandrila, like another planet in the system, so that people wouldn't immediately think that you're just like fucking off. So like, I'm imagining it is another planet in the Chandrila system, just not Chandrila itself.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I think there it is a planet on the Tandrilla system, not Tandrilla itself. That's all fine. I also think that it's kind of barren in the sense that it's like, why would anyone put anything here? Right? Not hostile, but it's more like, why would anyone put anything here, right?
Yeah. Are you thinking like what the planet looks like, or just like a planet? What's the idea of going to this planet?
Well, that's what the planet looks like. I think the idea of why Tito is going to this planet is because, like, again, remember what I was saying, that like Tito doesn't even realize they're doing anything wrong. Because they're just kind of like a cold, emotionless robot that's like, yeah, no, this is fucking the most rational thing to do if I want to survive, is take the only other, or like the most capable seeming person, you know, travel in a smaller group, right? Like, they're not even thinking about, I fucked over that whole planet, and this is technically my fault in a way. So, I think the reason they're going into this like barren planet that's nearby a more important planet is because they have like a stash here, or like a safe house that maybe the other DOE agents know about and use. You know,
Wait,
like, hey, there are some...
Wait.
The
they do know about it or don't know about it?
They do know about it because it's something that like they use.
Okay.
Right, because they have safe houses stored nearby important planets that they can go hide in and restock and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, do you also remember the other stinger that you added at the end of this last session?
Yes, that there is a DOE agent looking for them.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think this is where the DOE. Well, maybe.
We'll see. We'll talk. We'll keep talking. So.
My idea basically is Tito is like going here because they're going to resupply, right? Get supplies, and then head the fuck out and decide where to go from there. Because Tito is thinking that, like, yes, it's so obvious that we would ditch them. Why wouldn't you also ditch them?
Okay. Yeah, I'm totally vibing with what you're putting down.
Right, and then maybe you're being, hey, what the fuck is what puts all this into motion.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want Harong, you know, he's sitting in like the back seat of the Y-Wing to be like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't Chandrilla. You know, there's not nearly enough ships for here to be Chandrilla.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, kid, what are you doing, kid?
Also, hold on, that will be bad timing.
Okay.
You're right there. I gotta pee.
Okay. What's everyone else thinking?
Can we have, like, while they're doing that, a scene where, like, we come out of hyperspace, we're like, okay, cool. Let's gotta get the Chandrilla, and then we're like, where's the Y-Wing that was following us? Like, where's the other two? Like, I think from Nice's perspective, it's less a thing of, oh no, did they betray us, and more just like, are they okay? Did something happen to them in the escape?
I feel like that's a question between you and Cormac, because Cormac's piloting the ship.
I'll just say that like they fell off the radar.
Well, I figured like that's the thing. Like when we come out of hyperspace,
Yeah.
would I ask you to like hail the Y-wing, or just try to be like, "Hey, Tito, you good?" And then you don't get a response, and it's like, "Why not?" And then you check your systems, and it's like, "Oh, they're not anywhere near us. I don't know where they went. They're not around. They're not on the short range." And that's when Nice is like, "What?"
Yeah, I imagine like in the movie, that's like where it would cut back to us and wherever we are. I'm just trying to think like what else would you be doing? Like, what would be the discussion of like you people be like, well, we gotta land anyway, right? It's not like we can go back.
Yeah, like I don't think Nice wants to do that. It's just like, "Oh no, what happened? Hope they're okay." Oh no. Sorry, this is out of character stuff where I'm going, "Oh no."
What's happening in? What are you playing EU4?
I stopped because I conquered the mom. The Mamos have one tiny island.
Good job.
Yeah, they're nothing anymore. But I'm just playing a more busy work game where I'm not doing anything productive. And I was like, oh god, that's how much it's gonna cost to rebuild this entire thing. God damn it.
Is it cookie clicker?
No, I was playing that too. Or I still have it on actually, because why not?
Click. Those cookies aren't gonna click themselves, except when they do.
After a certain point, there's no reason to click the cookies anymore.
And doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Yeah, and there's like a subplot to that. Don't worry about it.
There's
Okay.
there's a whole meta text about that we don't need to get into. It's kind of why I like this game so much.
Jordan, you still
Why
there?
does Instagram keep
I love
telling
it
me
too.
shit? I don't fucking care. Instagram.
Jordan?
Didn't he say he needed to go pee?
Oh yeah, he did.
I remember Jordan.
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, just make sure.
Yeah.
Just waiting for
I'm here.
Roll to get back. Because we have Mario coming.
Alright.
Do you think, like, your group, the ones who are on the Intrepid Volptex, like, when they do, like, land and stuff, are they still gonna do the whole thing of, like, reporting and, I don't know, going through processing of what they saw without us?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, probably like to some degree, right? Like once we get into like I almost said the space instead of airspace, but you know what I mean.
The space air.
The space air, yeah, like just to be like, okay guys, coming hot. Got some real cool to talk about. And the joke is it's not cool. This is a threat that you guys need to worry about.
Roll. Roll. Oops. Roll, can you hear us but can't talk right now? Type something if you can.
Bark yes or no.
Bark, hello.
my-
I can
Okay,
talk
okay,
inside.
okay, good.
But Katie, go ahead.
Oh shit!
Katie.
Oh, Katie.
Yeah.
Did
So
you have
what
something
were
to say? Yeah.
No, there was a little bit of capoeira in this fight. It's not something you normally see.
Katie, did you have something to say or can we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes to what?
Yes, we can move on. I'm sorry.
Okay, roll.
You're fine.
Okay, roll.
Sorry about that.
Where were you?
I was in a convenience store, something. Sorry. Okay. So, I was listening, but I just forgot everything you talked about. What were we talking about?
Okay, so me and you came out of hyperspace, but we're not in Chandra. We're some other planet.
Okay.
You were saying something about like maybe this is like a place where you have like a stash.
No, yes, there is a confirmed stash there. And I think, yeah, it's not even like a... Right, like, Tito's not even expecting there to be some sort of backlash. Like, this is the most logical action. This person seems like they are capable. They must have come to the same conclusion. This is fine, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
like,
like
we come out of hyperspace, and I'm already flying over to where I know the safe house is.
okay, so yeah, I'm gonna like as soon as like we're out of like hyperspace, we're not even like in the planet's orbit yet. Like no, or like we're not in the atmosphere yet. Like, I like Harong and me is like like where are we? This isn't where we said we were gonna go.
Yeah, and then Tito says something like, "Yeah, no, I know the safe house around here. We're just gonna get some supplies and then figure out where to go next."
Yeah, where to go next? We're supposed to go to Chandra with everybody else. Like we need to tell them our story.
That doesn't seem like a great idea.
Kid, we can't just abandon everybody else when we all almost got killed. We gotta like be there to back them up.
And then like, and I need to explain the way that they say this is not like mean spirited. They just legitimately go, "Why?" Like they don't understand. Like, wait, why?
What do you mean, why? We gotta help them. Haven't you ever helped someone before?
Tito's like dumbfounded, so they're just gonna keep doing what they're doing. Like, this person doesn't make any sense. I'm just focusing on getting to the safe house.
Okay. At this point, I want to do a vulnerable move. Because, like, I want Huarong to escalate things a bit. Like, I don't know what exactly I want to say. Just something along the lines of, like, alright, give me the controls, It's we need to. I don't know whatever you want to do, but it's not what we need to do right now. We need to go to Chandra. Give me the controls. And I want there to be a little bit of struggle with us.
So are you like reaching over?
Yeah. Yeah, I am just trying to like push you out of the way and try to reach over at the controls and like push the hyperspace buttons or whatever to go to Chandrila. I think
so
for
Tito, I see Tito's going to like jerk the ship in a way that like pushes you back so that you can't like it like stops you. But the way they do this is very instinctual. It's like, have you seen that gif from Normal Show where they're like trying to wave the poster in the dude's face?
Normal Show? You mean regular show?
Yes, sorry, not Normal Show.
Yeah.
But like he just like automatically limbos, like it's just an automatic action that he does. But that is what Tito does. It's just like this wasn't like they didn't actively do this, and they just like, whoop, this is when I do this now.
Okay. Yeah, like see, vulnerable move. What's the one I'm trying to do here? I think I'm either acting on impulse, putting myself in a dangerous situation, or react with scorn or doubt to something or someone you do not understand. It's one of those two. I'm not gonna try and game it and get both of them, but it's one of those two. Like, I am like trying to actively fight with you for the control of the ship now.
Okay, at this point, Tito's like reacting to what's happening, and it's like, "What are you doing?" And is like now actively struggling against you. Like this is no longer just like an instinctual action. This is like them actively being like, "What the fuck?" It's struggling back.
Yeah. Bro, I think this needs to end with me getting knocked out.
Actually, I was thinking,
fucking kill it.
Yeah, just kill my character right now.
I was thinking this ends with us crashing, so that we have to walk the rest of the way to the safe house. Like, we crash near the safe house, near enough that we can walk the rest of the way, but it's still like, well, great, our ship is down. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I think this could also be vulnerable from you. You can also gain a token, because you're provoking the suspicion or distrust of others.
That is the thing I'm doing. Hold on. Let me look at my actions and see what I can do.
I'm fine with this crashing. I think I still want Harong to get knocked out, like in the crash, because there's something I want to do in a little bit. You'll understand.
Okay.
Like maybe
both get knocked out.
Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be like you like knock me out or whatever, but like I want Harong to fall unconscious for a little bit.
Harong takes a little nap.
Oh, okay, then I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to get knocked out. I feel like, or I am going to get knocked out. But I am going to wake up before Haron does.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Tito's going to leave you there. I think Tito's going to go, well, he obviously doesn't want to come along. Bye. And then just leaves.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's kind of what I was planning on you doing. Okay, so how does this crash happen exactly? Like, I'm sort of like we're distracted. Like maybe we just like bump into something.
I feel like this crash happens at the bottom of a cliff, and Tito starts scaling the cliff. Because there is a safer, long way around.
Okay, so we crashed on the...
Yeah, we crashed on the base of a cliff.
Okay.
There is a safer, long way around that takes us uphill, but that would take like a day or two.
Yeah, okay, so... Okay, just remember, we're on the planet now. Let me look at places again. Because I thought about this for months. I'm sure you'll love it. Well, you know what I think this planet looks like?
What?
Because I think this planet just looks like the fucking, like, wastelands are in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It is just, like, Arizona ass, just, like, patches of grass and boots everywhere. Buttes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, again, it's still distinct, but it's not just, like, Tatooine again, you know?
Right. Yeah, and I'm climbing up like this little rock cliff. It's not massive, right? It's not like unbelievable that I would be doing this. I mean, it is a little bit like Jesus Christ, right? It's a few stories tall. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I guess that's what Tito's doing. So
So yeah, I do want to, like, finally come to... Maybe you left me somewhere, like, away from the wreckage, like, propped up somewhere. And I want to, like, see you doing whatever you're doing at the moment.
I'm climbing.
Yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna post your emojis too. Your emojis, the ghost. So post some ghost here. You got 4 ghosts. Oh, wait, whoops. I'm trying to think, like, mechanically, what can I do what I'm doing? Oops, that's the wrong one. How tall is this cliff you're climbing?
A few stories tall.
Okay. Because I'm trying to think whether or not it'll be, like, absurd if I just, like, use the force, just leap straight up there, you know?
Right.
I'm just trying to think, like, what exactly I could do to, like, get up and be walking around again without you knowing it yet. Then it's hard to think of what to do if you're climbing up a cliff. Because, like, if I start climbing up the cliff too, it's like, oh, you'll see me climbing up after you, you know?
I mean, it's not that tall. It's not tall enough that, like, once I reach the top, you could wait till I reach the top and then climb up pretty quick. Because I'm assuming you're a little bit more skilled in the force than I am. You could use force powers to climb up way quicker than start following me. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like, okay, I can work with Cliff's idea. You want me to just tell you what I was thinking about for a while?
Okay.
I was thinking, like, you know, we would crash or something on this planet, and I would be knocked unconscious, and when I eventually come to, the way I was thinking about it for a while is that, like, I was hoping, like, you know, you were planning on just leaving me there, right? Like you are doing, and I'll eventually, like, see you walking away, and I'll just, like, creep up behind you, and this I also think, like, I was also thinking, like, you would have caused me to be knocked out. I don't know if we crash, then it's less your fault. So this might be a bit too mean to still do. But I was just gonna, like, walk up behind you, tap you on the shoulder, and when you turn, I'd punch you in the face.
And me turn around and punch you in the face?
No, I would punch you in the face after tapping you on the shoulder. But that's the fact. I was thinking, like, this would be more your fault, but it's not really your fault. So it's like, that'd be a bit too mean.
Right. I can see that. Okay.
So, like, I'm just trying to think, like, okay, I'm working with this cliff idea. I do think maybe I should, like, spend a token then to, like, climb or even like leap up there without you even realizing it to get to the top of that cliff before you do.
Uh-huh.
And maybe like you're struggling a bit to like climb up, like, you know, some of the rock slip or whatever. And then I'm before you even realize it, I'm already at the top of the cliff, and I hold up my hand to help you get up.
Okay.
So like,
yeah, that works.
Like, again, it doesn't need to even be a thing where the camera even shows like me, like, you know, getting back up and then force leaping up to the top of the cliff without you seeing. It's just that from like it's on like your perspective, you climb up, then like and then like your hand slips, but then like I already go grab your arm and you're like, how'd you even get up here, you know?
Right.
Yeah, you look back like where you thought you left me and I'm not there.
Right.
Okay, so I think that's a strong move from me. So that's you know, use space between protect me or others. So I'm just gonna go back to 2Gi. But like, also when I do that, I want there to be a little bit of that cattiness still in there. So like, okay, I grab your arm before you slip and fall from the cliff, and I pull you up. It's like, oh, are you alright? And you're like, yeah, I'm good. And then I like, good. And then like I then push you back off, but then but just slightly, just so I can grab your arm again right before you slip off.
Right.
Not that like I don't think you fall off again. I think it's more just like you almost like step over, but then I grab your arm before you can step over again. Just to like be like, that was for the crash.
So I think, Tito, before you can say that was for the crash, I think Tito's gonna start fighting that.
Okay,
again,
good.
Like, they are not well versed in like social norms, right? So they're just gonna see, okay, this dude's attacking me now. It's a fight, right?
Okay, sure. Are you gonna spend or gain or anything for that?
How many do I have?
You have 4 right now.
Okay. I think it would be when a fight didn't start, right? Like, you push me and are making it seem like a friendly, whatever. Like, maybe like in that movement, I grab you, like I do this like weird Spider-Man thing where I like flip you over and now you like head over the edge of the cliff with one of my tonfa pointed at like your neck, ready to strike. You know? But that's the extent of it. I just have you kind of held there.
Okay, so you spend. Okay, so you spend that token then to like to put me back on my back, and so like you're standing over me with your weapons.
Yeah, like I took that way too seriously.
Okay, so like. Okay, I kind of want now this is then to turn to a fight. It's like, okay, we actually are doing this then, huh?
Okay.
The thing, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Also, again, I'm trying not to make this just all about me and Rule right now, everybody. If everyone else has things to say, they can help with us.
No, like, do your scene, dude.
Like, I do want this to turn into like a little bit of a fight between us, but like, I am actually trying to provoke you to like be like more and more serious about it, like, or like not like more and more like I am actually trying to fight you sort of way. I'm trying to think what exactly I could do or to do this, you know? Like, you know what is the result I am actually looking for to is I'm trying to provoke you into using the lightsaber against me.
Do I have it, or do you?
One of us has, is it? I don't know why you wouldn't have it, because you came to before I did, so you probably would grab it, right?
Okay, that makes sense. So you're trying to provoke me to use.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think what move this would be. Let's see. I got reveal someone's hidden emotions to themselves or others.
Okay.
I got learn the secrets of purpose of something not understood. And in terms of vulnerable stuff, I got act on impulse, putting yourself in dangerous situation. I got lose control of the space between. But like, I think I'm not acting on impulse. I'm intentionally trying to like goad you.
Right.
If I'm trying to like reveal like your hidden emotions, I guess maybe this could be hidden emotions then. If I'm like trying to like upset you and anger you into this attack. And the strong move here is like, again, we'll work it out. But like, this is something like I am trying to make this into a fight. But like, it's not just like a fight. Like, okay, you got the lightsaber and then you kill me. You know.
Right.
This is me trying to intentionally do something.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I'll just say that's hidden emotions, and I'll spend another one.
Okay.
Like, this is me like working towards the outcome that I want. I don't know if you want to spend anything else around this, because like, I don't want this to be a whole thing where like, we're like farming and exchanging tokens and stuff, you know.
No, I like this idea. I like the idea of you like angering me to use the lightsaber.
Yeah. So like, yeah, just going over that again. We were climbing up this hill. I managed to leap up to the hill before you did, and like, I accidentally like, I try to be like playful, like okay, I pretended to try to push you off, but I was really just like ribbing you for the crashing of the ship. But you didn't read that as rib. You thought that was an attack. And I'm like, okay, I can work with this. And then I escalate this into a full-on fight. So how do we think this fight goes out? Yeah, because again, we're the two fucking Force dudes. We gotta fight in this at some point.
I think, and then stop me if this doesn't sound like in character for you. I think you're not taking it seriously, right?
Uh-huh.
So, you're not using weapons.
That's not true. I have my 3-section staff. But like,
okay, so
it could escalate. It could be like first a fist fight, then it's a weapon fight with like my staff and your tonfas.
Yes. So I think we start. Let me do a slight retcon. I don't have my tonfa pointed at your neck. I have a fist. So let's do like we start off at fist. And you're trying to goad me into using a lightsaber, right?
Yeah.
So when I pull out my tonfa, you're like, well, shit, that's not what I want. And you start trying to disarm me. And to do that, you need your 3-section staff. And I think that way you finally disarm me and get me to use it.
Yeah. Part of me, I am like disarming you of like the weapons that you're used to using, but also like part of me is that like my attack, I want it to seem like way more aggressive than it should be, because like I'm trying to like be like, I'm trying to make you feel like, oh, he's actually trying to kill me. I'm going to use the lightsaber, you know?
Yes.
That's the feeling I'm trying to install in you.
Yes.
So like, yeah, again, we need to be better about describing this, because like this needs to be a cool fight. I need to be like trying to whoop your ass. Like, I'm I don't know if like I'm like I think I'd be like punching rocks and shit, and the rocks are smashing and stuff.
Yeah. And I'm quick and I'm agile and I jump around and do acrobatics and shit.
Yeah. That should be it. Like I'm just brute strength, just smashing the rocks and ground around me, and you're dodging and jumping out of the way and stuff. Like
Yeah,
maybe
and like
I even like this is how I get you to use the lightsaber. I even like like pick up or even like with the force or even just my hands like a big boulder or chunk of ground and like throw that at you. And that's how I get you to use the lightsaber, where you cut it in half in front of you.
yes.
Yeah, there we go.
And then I think like it is this cool moment where it's like, yeah, I slashed the lightsaber in half, and or like I slashed the rock in half, and the rock opens up, and there's Tito standing, having just swung a lightsaber, and it looks all cool, and you think like, oh, they're about to do the cool lightsaber pose, and they do a pose, but it is a pose, and it's like, oh, you've never used one of these things before, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You think they're gonna look cool, and they're like, nope. And then I think from there, like, let's say, when I had my Tom for it, when it was hand to hand, I was holding my own, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's once you disarm and I start using the lightsaber, it becomes apparent I don't know how to fucking use this thing. That's when you start kicking my ass. Because at that point, like, you're dodging all my swings. I don't know how to fucking use this thing. And you just whoop my ass.
Yeah. I think at that point, like, what I wanted was you to use the lightsaber. So I'm not like hitting you and stuff after that. I'm more just like, I got you to use the lightsaber. That's what I wanted. Now this is over. So like, what happens is like maybe
I'm still like going for it because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just think this is a fight. So I think I start going for it, and you start easily dodging me and like maneuvering around me, and it's like, okay, now I'm playing on your battlefield or whatever. Like I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah. So yeah, I got you to use the lightsaber. Yeah, I dodged a few swings, and right when you think you got like maybe you you kicked me or something, you think you got me dazed, and then you find actually like swing like what seems like a killing blow on me, and you know what I do? I block it with my staff. And you're like, wait, my staff's metal is strong enough to block the lightsaber? Yeah, it is. And then, like, I take that few seconds to, like, to wrap my staff, the 3 section of it around your arms and just quickly yank the lightsaber out of your hand.
Okay.
That's the end of the fight. And then I guess I'm like, so, all right, now you got all of that out. Now you got all your aggression out.
And while you're saying that, Tito is on the floor like it almost looks like they're about to take an honorable death. Like, you beat me, fucking take the killing blow, because they still don't understand what the fuck is going on.
I just push you on your back on the floor. Cut that shit out. Listen, kid. I've seen abilities like this before. I have them. Do you even know what this power is?
I'm just like, they're just my powers. I've always had them.
Well, yeah, we all got the. It's the Force, kid. Okay, look.
More Jedi need to say "aight."
Like, can you just calm down for a second?
You attacked me.
Sure, let's go with that. And now I won. So now now it's shit's on my terms now. So calm down.
They go fine, and then they sit on the floor, and they're just staring at you.
Okay, I can work with this. Does anyone else want to do anything? Or are you fine with me and Roll just continuing what we're doing?
Yeah, I want to know what happens next.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is becoming like the Zach and Rule show tonight.
This is helping us all learn how to play this game. So please continue to do it.
Okay. Like, I'm trying to think what exactly I want it all wrong to say to lead into this, but like, I say something along the lines of, like, kid, power like this, you know, no, that's not the route I want to take. I'm just like, what do you think?
With great power comes great
no,
responsibility.
you're not. No, this ain't Spider-Man. Because there's a specific thing I want to do. I'm just trying to figure out how to lead into it.
In fact, bro, Tito starts to say that, and Zach's just like, no, shut the fuck up. We're not doing that. And just stares Tito down the entire time. Just don't fucking start again.
This is Sparta kicks me off the cliff. No, shut the fuck up. And then, like, right before I hit the ground, they pull me over. He pulls me up with the force. Like, no, I'm just kidding.
Can that be the dynamic between Orang and Tito? Is just like, just constantly almost getting kicked off a cliff, and then he's just like, nah, never mind, get back up here.
Maybe. We also got the reoccurring joke of like Tito opening doors and then there's someone on the other side.
We do have that.
I'm like, listen, kid, this is the power of the Force. It's like something you need to like, you know, have some sort of moral compass to use, and you seem like don't have that. I don't know if you're evil, but you're not all there.
What does that mean?
What do you mean evil? It's the opposite of good. You know, it's like. Are you fucking serious?
I have a mission, and I've been trying to complete the mission.
Jeez.
And that's all I've been trying to do.
What mission?
Tito stopped. Like, you generally think that they're like, oh, that's the first time they've ever considered this question. And they go, it was to secure that. And they point at the lightsaber.
Oh, you mean this? And I turn it on, twirl it around.
Yeah. I was supposed to secure that.
Well, now I'm securing it. Now what?
I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this. No, I'm just kidding. Tito goes, I don't know. I had it. And then I didn't want to turn it in.
You know who's after us, don't you?
Tito nods. There we go. This is why.
Because I saw what happened in that hallway, and remember that when I had my cool hallway scene, where I just killed all those troopers or whatever. They were trying to capture you. They weren't trying to kill you like the rest of us. They want you.
That's their mission.
So they have a mission like you have a mission. Did they used to be the same mission?
No, I was the only one with my mission before this.
Did you get your mission from the same place?
Yes.
But you don't anymore?
I'm assuming with them being here, no, not anymore.
Okay, so there's some hope for you yet.
What does
I'm
that
just like,
mean?
don't get me started. I'm just like pinching my, the ridges of my nose at this point, and like, because I'm just like, what is this person's deal? It's like,
I'm
like,
gonna while you're doing that, Tito, like you're looking off into the distance, trying to contemplate what the fuck to do, and then Tito's gonna try to mimic the fingers on the ridge, and then realize they have a smooth helmet and it doesn't work.
what do you
Again,
got?
like I really want to make it clear, Tito has not grown up with normal socialization. Like they're not good at this. If anything, they were trained to be quiet while on a mission and not give any information. So this is wild that this is happening. Does any of that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to think what I could do here mechanically to move forward. Can I do another vulnerable move? Okay, I'm gonna do this to gain a token here. I'm gonna ask, how do I fall short of expectations right now? I'm gonna ask you that in some way. Is like, what did you expect of me? Like, do you expect me to kill you after I beat you?
Tito says yes.
Why?
Why else would you attack an opponent if you were not going for the kill?
To see if they can, to test their strength.
Why would you need to test their strength? Isn't the depth test enough?
How are they gonna get stronger if they have to fail, if it's sink or swim? You know.
Why would I want them to get stronger? Wouldn't that just mean they can come after me again?
Not if you're on the same side. This is a lot.
If we're on the same side, why would I be fighting them?
Well, I was gonna say I wasn't fighting you, but nah, I gave you quite the ass whooping. It's just like, it's all. Look, kid. You obviously are on the run from something that is bad, and against, reason, I want to help you. I want to help everyone that we've met today, because that's just who I am.
Why?
You want to know why? Thanks for that end roll.
Time for some backstory.
Okay, look. It'll be quicker if I just do this instead. And I'm gonna, kneel down where you're sitting on the ground in front of you, across, face across from yours. And I'm gonna ask you, does that come off your faceplate?
Wait, what?
I'm gonna ask you, does your face mask, if not the whole thing, comes off? And I'll say, because this will be easier if I this works better if I touch skin. I promise I won't look.
I think Tito's gonna kind of. I think you can tell Tito doesn't respond, but you can tell that it is introspective, right?
And
you
I
as
guess,
a character, you as a character do not realize this, but us as the game players, the reason why Tito is taking this beat is because they have genuinely never considered the possibility of their helmet coming off.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it kind of panics them a little bit, so they instead like take off a glove and would go with this work.
That'll work. And then like that'll work. And then like the thing is like like I didn't want like obviously like I didn't want this to be like the face reveal this early in the movie or whatever. I just didn't want the I was thinking like if when this happens like the camera would just like like move behind your head when that happens. You could take off a glove too, just like but then that would show like your skin color. I didn't want to like reveal too much too fast,
Because here's the thing, I haven't decided what Tito is yet.
Exactly. That's why I was like, I'm not sure if I want like a glove to be taken off.
Well, like you said, it could just be like Tito takes her glove off, and then in a way that we can't actually see the hand underneath.
Well, because here's the thing, I don't even know if Tito's biological or if they're a droid.
Yeah, so we don't have to see it. We the audience don't have to see it.
Right, but if it's skin on skin contact, I guess you would have to be that. Your character would have to keep it a secret.
I'm just thinking in terms of like camera work, and that like I could have it that like the hand is like underneath one of my hands with like between the palms. That's what I was thinking.
No, but what I mean is like your character, even if you're not looking, would automatically know if they start touching a droid.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what I'm
also,
saying, like,
if Tito's force sensitive, he can't be a droid.
you don't know that.
We haven't decided.
Yeah,
This is our thought. But also, that doesn't also, by the way, that doesn't mean that they're entirely a droid. They could be a cyborg.
Yeah, that too.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right? It's just that I haven't decided what Tito is yet underneath the helmet, and I don't want to yet.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, your character would have some insight just based off a touch, and they would have to keep it to themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, whatever they touch texture-wise on Tito's face, like, they can't be phased by it, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And if it ends up being something wacky or wild, like, say, a droid, then, we can have that be a character reveal thing that you're just like, well, I don't, whatever. Like, that's the thing about your character that, like, you believe anything can be force sensitive or something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just that would be a possibility later down the line, depending on, like, whatever it is I decide Tito is, you have to be okay with your character being cool with it.
Yeah, of course. Like that's the thing. Like I'm trying to like establish this relationship here of like you can trust me, and like I think I should also spend another token to give you one, just as like a lateral move. Like heal or soothe your pain. I think. Or
Let me see if
because okay, I want to spend my last 2 tokens that I have to do 2 things. One is this thing I'm about to do, and one is like to do something to give you a token to like get you to trust me. I don't know if it's either heal or soothe your pain or ask why are you pursuing the goal that you are. Because I'm not sure if you can give me that answer yet. But if it's if I do that as a lateral move, then you have to give me that answer.
one of the ones is, why are you pursuing the goal that you are? Something that I was kind of hoping you would do when you were asking me, like, well, what the fuck is your mission and all that stuff, is like, okay, I told you, right, my mission was to secure the lightsaber. Right? The thing that I kind of wanted you to ask is, like, okay, so then, why are they chasing you? Right? Like, why are they after you if it's from the same people? because then I wanted to reveal. I wanted our conversation to get to that moment where Tito has that kind of like. Because remember when I think I told you a while ago, one of the things that I like about what Rise of Skywalker did was those former stormtroopers who were telling Finn, "Oh, here's why we rebelled." It is just like one day they just like they were just like, nope, right? Like they were just done. Like it was just a moment decision where they just revealed, "Oh, I actually don't want to fucking do this. This sucks." Right? I wanted like that is what happened to Tito. Is they were doing this normal mission where they were going to secure this lightsaber for this evil secret empire. They had the lightsaber and then thought, oh, you know what? Actually, I don't want them to have this. But they don't understand why. Right? Like, this is the first time they have been, quote unquote, rebellious. And they don't actually understand why they're doing what they're doing. Just that, like, hey, they did it and I'm going to deal with it. But they still really don't want the secret empire to have this lightsaber.
Okay, so should that be what I spend it on? Get the lateral move to ask why are you pursuing the goal that you are?
Yes.
So I'll give you a token. So like and I can retcon like the whole thing I just did of like asking you all that crap, and just be like again, why are you doing this?
My mission was to secure that lightsaber. Basically, or they don't say that, but my mission was to secure that, and they point at the lightsaber.
But like, you understand, like I feel like that's not like the real answer.
Yes, but you know that, and like you're trying to get that. So like, okay, if that is my mission, why are they chasing after me, right?
Yeah.
And then like after you ask me that, is when Tito kind of has the, for you, aha moment of like, oh, because I didn't give it to them.
Okay. So, back on the thing that I'm about to do. I have to like touch you, and like, shut up. I the idea I had when I was thinking this is that like, I would like touch like the palm of your head, your forehead with my palm. If you take the mask off, but if you're not gonna take the mask off, then it could be something else.
No, I'll take the mask off. Just bear in mind that whatever wild reveal I decide later on, your character is gonna be.
That's what I was thinking. Is like this is not the moment where you take off the mask and we finally see your face, whatever it is. It's just like, hey, this could happen,
Right.
And this is supposed to be like a moment of like trust and intimacy between us, where like you're willing to do that for me to help you or show whatever I'm about to do,
Yes.
So okay, again, I'm not sure how like it comes off or whatever, but like you remove like the front faceplate or whatever, and like the camera is panned like behind the back of your head, so it's just you just see like me putting my hand up in front of you, and it's it's on your forehead now. It's not just like smothering your face. But like I'm doing a strong move. I think this is receive a vision of the past, present, or future, but I'm giving it to you. Okay. So, I'm showing you a vision of my past. So this is gonna be me just going into my own cool stuff for a bit. Because I started this game just to get myself over. That was for you, Jordan.
Sorry, say that again.
I said because I started this game just to get myself over.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm So what roll?
I just took a hit, so I'm ready for this past vision.
Okay.
Let's go.
So yeah, I am showing you a vision of Harong's pass. And like, I think this is also like a space between thing, because I am using the Force here. I feel like this. So the space between has 3 moves. There's Invoke Awe and Give Token. That's pretty nebulous. I feel like anytime like the Force is used around people who aren't used to it, that could happen. There's also Reveal Old Secret or New Truth to someone and give them a token. That could also be you. But there could also be create an unexpected connection between people and give us both tokens. So I don't know if this is like the moment where we create the connection between us.
I think if you're going to give me a vision of your past, I think in turn you're going to get a vision from my past.
Okay. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we could do that. So like, could I go? So okay. Reminder. Last time we left off, I think it's the stars here. These star emojis. That's what represents the Force. The space between. So I do have like 2 space between tokens to spend. So that's enough to spend for both of us to get a token out of this. If we're creating our connection. So you're getting a bunch of emojis, by the way. So you better fucking spend these at some point. I think you're at 1, 2, 3, 6 now with that movement.
Okay.
Okay, and I have 1. So I guess I'm explaining like my past vision I'm sending to you. I don't know what you're gonna send to me. That's. Do you want me to just go ahead and say everything that I was thinking of first?
Yes.
Okay. So you're just seeing things like from my past. I guess kind of sort of from my perspective, not like first person, but like like movie flashback stuff. Like you see like it starts off with Hwarong as like a kid, in like a like sort of Oliver Twist style scenario. I'm like a street rat. I'm an orphan stealing fruits or whatever from markets and shit.
Please, sir.
Yeah, not Oliver Twist, Aladdin. But not Ezra. But and like there's some like guards or whatever chasing me throughout this marketplace until like eventually like no that's not what I'm doing. What I did is I pickpocketed someone, but then the guards start chasing me. But then that same person that I pickpocketed comes in and says like, why are you chasing this person? They are with me. And this person is like is an alien, not any sort of existing Star Wars alien, but like he looks like a anthropomorphic human size ish, maybe a little bit taller, and like humanoid version of like a Eastern dragon.
What?
Like like if you think like Dragonborns in Dungeons and Dragons, but instead of them looking like Western dragons, they look like Eastern dragons. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Fu Manchu at all.
I'm trying to make it more cool and less racist, random.
No, these are cool. Like also like they're on Eastern dragons. Like they have the thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he could have like long hair and like facial hair, but it's just like it's cool. Damn it.
Or do you mean more like the what's it called? Because like they don't look like that. The like parade dragons that they use.
Maybe, but no. I wasn't thinking like the parade like dragon thing with like the people put on. More just like you think of like a Chinese or Japanese dragon, like that's what he kind of looks like Shenron. That's what he looks like, but as like a man. And like he stops the guard saying like this child is with me. This child is with me. Like there's no reason to chase him or whatever. And like the thing is like this is like some like chase where like I was like hopping over buildings and shit, and he's like no, this guy was observing me. He sees potential in me, Right. And then like it moves ahead a bit, and it shows me training at like this monastery. And this is like a very like kung fu movie like Shaolin style monastery. for people who are training in martial arts. And like, you know, you see me like doing like katas or whatever with other students, and then you see like the same like dragon man like observing me, you know, seeing like that. And then like I guess it can cut forward a little bit more. And then like what?
So the Fire Nation attacked.
No, not yet. We're getting there. Then it cuts forward a little bit more where there's me and some other students. Like, and again, there's Hua-Rong and a couple of other students like sitting somewhere, and like this like, and this same like dragon monk is saying like, you know, you're wondering why I gathered you here because you like, you know, you have found like you're the students in this monastery I have found to have the most potential for you know, something special. And then like, and the students were asking like, you know, well, what do you mean, Master? I forgot the name I settled on. Give me a second. What do you mean, Master Munmu? That's his name. And he says like, you know, this, you've come to this, you've been taken to be trained in Taraskasi. That's what this is a monastery of. It's a Taraskasi monastery. But
hell yeah.
But you this group has like potential for even more arts that you were not aware of. And then like, you know, once he says something like that, he like levitates off the ground, and everyone's like, wait, what? And then like, you know, he makes like stuff like levitate around him, and like eventually then he pulls out the lightsaber, and the lightsaber he pulls out is like a double-bladed lightsaber that like when he ignites it, it is like indigo colored. And he says like, you know, like, I was not always from I was not always part of this I don't know what you call it, like sect or whatever. Well, you know, like part of this monk
order
group. I was not always part of this order. Like, you know, before the rise of the Empire, I used to be a Jedi and blah blah blah. And for a time, I felt like, you know, it was best that I just hide out here. But I feel like I had to pass on my knowledge at least to someone. And this is of this group. This is who, like, I have to find out who is worthy of that. And then, you know, then there's a little bit of jump cut that basically is like, okay, no. He says like, you know, the training is simple. Whichever you can best me in single combat is worthy to become my apprentice. And so then there's a montage of like some other students like facing him, and this is I'm taking straight from the 36 Chambers of Shaolin, where like there's like in that movie there's like the montage, and this is also how I came up with the idea of me having like the 3-second staff. Like there's this montage of different students facing him in sparring. One of them tries to fight him with a spear and is defeated. Another one tries to fight him with like dual swords and is defeated. And then there's finally Hua-Rong, who has the 3-section staff. And he managed it, and it's very like, you know, close, but he does manage to defeat him in some way. And then there's like, you know, a look of approval from Master Munmu. And then it leaves to have a little bit more. Like, you know, we're doing like the whole like training, personal one-on-one training montage, where we're doing like force shit, we're levitating shit, throwing shit. And then like it cuts ahead to again, I'm sorry this is just all me.
It's okay. No, go on.
You're good. Keep going.
It cuts ahead to like another scene where like we're hiking up like a mountain trail. And it's raining. And then we suddenly see like this figure standing there with like and And you know what they look like, actually? I think I know exactly what I wanted them to look like, because I wanted them to be a thing. Random, do you remember in The Force Unleash, the, like, not quite Imperial Guard enemies? Or Royal Guard enemies?
In the first game?
In the first game. I don't remember if they were in the second game or not.
Do they have like lightsaber staffs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember them.
Yeah. It is one of those.
All right.
And so there's a scene where, like, you know... Oh, another thing is that, like, when Huarong earned the right to be Munmu's personal apprentice, like, what he did is that, like, he took, like, his double-sided lightsaber and, like, unscrewed it, so now it is just two separate sabers, and now I have the other half of it. And so, like, you know, while it's again, back on the, like, the mountain trail scene, like, it's raining, we see this figure standing there in front of us, and, like, Munmu immediately senses, like, oh, this is like you know, an evil figure, and then, like, you know, it ignites his lightsaber, and there's, like, a little bit of fight between them, and then, like, Huarong eventually, like, helps out and defeats him. And, like, you know, I asked him, like, what the hell was that? And he's like, or we defeat him to the point where, like, okay, this guy's going to die. Like, we cut off, like, his arms or some shit. But then, you know, we asked him, like, who the hell are you? What is this? And he's like, you know, we're emissaries of... I don't want to just straight up say the Empire, but, like, you know, your doom or some shit like that. And then he, like, leaps off the mountain and falls to his death. And then that cuts to, like, a head bit more, and, like, there's, like, now a siege on the monastery. And, like, you know, there's flames everywhere, and there's, like, an army of, like, guys like this attacking the monastery. With, like, maybe, like, some stormtroopers also with them. And like, the monks are, like, the Taraskasi monks are, like, putting up a good fight. But it's, like, and maybe it's not, like, an army of, like, these, like, Force Royal Guard type people. It's more just, like, a couple of them that are, like, the leaders of this assault, you know? But, like, I want it to basically the result to be, like, a total, like, Pyrrhic victory. Like, every side is just wiped out. And, like, the end of it is, like, me, like, you know, like, Huarong, like, rushing to try and find Master Munmu. And, like, he sees Master Munmu, like, about, like, right as he's, like, slayed by one of these, like, Dark Jedi Royal Guard type guys. I gotta remember what they're called. But not that this really matters. And, like, seeing him, like, being, like, mortally wounded by him, like, you know, enrages him. And then he draws on the dark side of the Force to, like, fight this guy and goes way too far. You know? Like, okay, I stab him, and then I cut off his hand, and then I cut off his legs. Like, I just, like, you know, mutilate this guy. It's disgusting. Because I'm drawing on the rage of him killing my master. But at least I thought he killed him, because, like, shortly after, like, you know, after Huarong just, like, obliterates this man, like, he hears Munmu weakly say, like, you know, like, Huarong, what have you done? And then he finally passes away. So that's my last memory of my master, is him seeing me draw on the dark side in rage to try and avenge him. And, like, having that shame of his disapproval being his dying moment. And then the end of, like, my flashback is, like, me burying him in, like, you know, the charred remains of the monastery. And me holding, like, you know, our lightsaber, like, his half and my half. And, like, you know, decide whether or not to keep it. And I drop it and bury it with him. And then I leave. And that's the end of, that's basically the end of my flashback. At least as much as you need to know at the moment.
Interesting.
So yeah,
okay.
That's Huarong's backstory.
Real quick to the Star Wars nerds, the enemies I think Zach's talking about are the Shadow Guard.
Yeah.
They're the evil, no, eviler Imperial Guard.
I hate that that meant something to me.
The Shadow Guard name, or that you're dating a Star Wars nerd? You don't have
You
to
know
answer.
what? I'm just gonna plead the fifth on this one.
That's fair. So you don't have to answer that.
I thought you were just gonna say yes. But that give no further sense.
Yeah, I have more. I could go into more detail about what exactly like it meant with like that backstory and of it specifically being like a Taraskasi monastery, but like I just wanted to keep it abbreviated, just so like I'm not rambling. You know, it's again, it's a lot of me talking.
So
Sorry.
I think for Tito's like flashback, because yours was very like if this were a movie, right, or a TV show or whatever, yours would be very filmed like a movie or TV show.
Mm-hmm.
For Tito's, think of it like the best way I can put it is like it would probably be almost a found footage thing because what your character gets, you are put into my or like Tito's headspace through these memories. So you know what Tito knows and you are feeling what Tito is feeling. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of just wake up in a room. And like it is a very basic white concrete room with a bed, a sink, and a toilet.
A refresher.
Yes. There's no mirror whatsoever. Right? So, and based off of how you're feeling when you see this, you recognize this as like home for a while. Like, this was just your existence. You would wake up in this room. Food was brought in through a slot in one of the walls. Like you would hear a buzz and you would open it and there was a tray of food and like a cup of drink or something. And then when a different buzz would happen, there would be like you would open it and there would be a book and like coursework and stuff like that. And that is how you learn. Is you would read whatever you had to read and do whatever work was required. You would put it back in the slot and then it would be collected. Right? But it's not like you were ever scored. You never had any contact with anything. It's just, here is this thing, you finish it, back, and this is just all you did for a while. And you remember at a certain point, you took the marker that they gave you for coursework and you kept it. And it's just like a thing that you kept and you started just marking your walls. And then they just weren't anything, right? Like you were creating very rudimentary art where it was just like this thing where you just like would put the marker onto the wall and then just start moving, and then whatever made you feel good is what the fuck you did, right? And sometimes those were just recreations of the space you are in, and other times they would just be scribbles of whatever the fuck you felt like that day, right? And pretty soon your walls would kind of become this thing that's just covered with all these doodles and all these scribblings and like all these like whatever the fuck you decided like to fill your space with, and then you wake up one day and it's all gone, and then your marker is gone, and like that is the first time you ever felt like despair, right? And then that is the only time you ever felt like ignoring the buzzer, right? Like you wouldn't eat and do your coursework. You wouldn't do anything. And then one day you wake up and like you're in a different room and it looks exactly the same, except it's now twice as big. On the other side of the room is another toilet, another bed, and then sitting on the bed is another person who you can't really make out right now because I don't want to decide what they look like.
Mhm.
But then you recognize like the way you're feeling. This isn't how you felt the moment you saw this person, but you like have that. You know how when you recognize someone but you don't know why yet, right? But you're just like, I know this person. You get this feeling which tells you that Tito recognizes this person, and you have this feeling that's like, oh, this person was the first time Tito felt, and then you're
Tito felt what?
It's the first time Tito ever felt happiness, and then your vision ends.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, because I'm intentionally telling you like my whole story. I feel like this is like what you're showing me is more of a side effect of that connection. You know, so you're not intentionally trying to tell me everything about you though.
No, this is just like, oh, this is like the Tito is somehow giving you information and they don't know why and they don't know how to stop it.
Yeah. And you know what? Movie wise, like I feel like that's kind of like how it should come in. It's like I do like the whole like traditional like flashback scene. Like okay, this is his backstory. But I think at some point, like I feel like the moment where like you see me like walk away from like the grave, I think that's where like it transitions into it being like your backstory, your flashback, and like I am actually kind of confused, and then like it shows like me like as like young Harong being like kind of confused, like wait, what's going on? This isn't how it's supposed to happen. And then like it cuts away, and then it cuts back, and then all of a sudden like I'm you, but like young Tito, and then it does like Tito's flashback, and then again it goes up to like that moment, and then like I think that's where like Harong realizes, hey, wait a minute, this is a bit much, and then he like finally like stops the vision and pulls away.
Yes,
and also a little from you too will be like, wait, I don't want to tell you anything, so like you also kind of push back.
Yeah, I think like after we disconnect or whatever, Tito scoots back a ton because they're like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm like clutching my hand a little bit, just like it doesn't hurt. However, it's compulsion to do this. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry into your past. I just meant to show you mine, but I guess that might be a side effect when two individuals strong in the force do that.
And then, so real quick, out of character, just because I do kind of want to like, I know I kind of rambled on with the Tito's whole story, but what I do want to like nail down is that Tito's early to like regular childhood is just living in that room, and they did not. I would say until they were like maybe 4 or 5, did not have contact with anyone except for that sliding door that would deliver food and like coursework and shit.
This fucking sucks. This is some Omelas shit.
Yeah, and then so when I describe them seeing another person, right, like right, and so then they like kind of found some sort of like outlet, like a creative outlet, which was like they stole a marker and started drawing, right? Like what I was trying to describe is like not just say, hey, you started making art, but trying to describe it in like a way that felt natural. Like this is how naturally something that does not know the concept of art, this is how they would discover art and having a creative outlet. And then like, yeah, and then they wake up, it's gone, right? Whoever the fuck is running this facility found it.
Yeah.
Cleaned the walls or put Tito in a different room and took the marker. And that devastated Tito, like little fucking 4 or 5-year-old Tito so much that they refused to eat or do anything.
This is also very like this is also very like Binding of Isaac. Just like, you get nothing, kid. You don't even get clothes.
No, Tito had clothes. Don't.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm sure that. But this is also like the beginning of Binding of Isaac is also what I'm kind of thinking of.
Like
but he didn't get a Spider-Man shirt.
The other part of this is like, oh, how did Tito bathe and all this stuff? Is that like every day Tito woke up refreshed, right, clean and all that stuff. So somehow while Tito slept, someone took care of their hygiene and all that stuff, right, and their medical care and all that stuff. But Tito was not conscious for any of it, so they have never known social interaction and were like ready to fucking just lay down and waste away. They were so depressed that their one outlet was taken away, and then one day they woke up in a bigger room with a roommate. And then, like, again, it's not that the first time that they saw this person, like, Tito suddenly became happy. Like, no, that doesn't make sense. Tito probably wouldn't know what to do or process. It's just that in retrospect, when Tito saw this person, like it inspired feelings of happiness in them to see the memory of this person, if that makes sense, right? So, like, you know, I'm using, like, Katie, can I use you for an example?
Go for it.
You know, your memory of, like, let's say meeting random for the first time wouldn't suddenly be happiness, right? It would be like, oh, who's this person or whatever. But in retrospect, this memory makes you happy. Does that make sense?
I mean, we'll go with it, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, in the moment, Tito was not happy to see this other person, but in retrospect, this memory makes them happy, and you felt that. That is the big points of, like, that whole vision that I want to get, is that, like, they had a very, very awful, lonely upbringing until they met this person, and this person makes them happy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and, like, you know, the short, long and short of, like, my spiel was just like, hey, I was a fucking prospect, and I thought, like, yeah, I was, like, tough shit being the one, you know, guy got to be a Jedi. And then, like, my master died thinking I was a disappointment. At least that's what I thought, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, okay. So, yeah, we just had our big old flashback exchange. So, like, I guess, like, more along just like, so, again, I apologize for going into your stuff a bit, but, well, I gave you basically all of mine. Like, do you see where I'm coming from? Because I kind of saw where you were.
I think Tito is just kind of like they're breathing very fast. Like, they're still freaked out, but they just, like, kind of slowly. They're just like, yeah, I get it. This is so fucking weirdo.
You're a weirdo too.
And then you see Tito kind of jerk their head up and then go, we gotta hide. And then they start running past you.
And then it cuts back to us.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
Can someone else do something?
Scene cut.
You're welcome.
Just back to the ship, being like, man, don't know why, but I'm really sick of hearing about Tito and Warhong.
Yeah, we need a mood
That's not
change.
true. That's not true. But
no, this was good. This was great. We were all enthralled, I am sure.
Thanks, guys.
I fucking was. Shit, I need to know more about what happened with Tito. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Also, big meaty men have been smacking meat. On
Good.
Side.
Good for them.
Been pretty good.
Also, Jordan watching fights.
I have been unsuccessful hatching the Krogunk that I want to hatch.
So what does everyone else want to do?
So yeah, like okay, we realize that Tito and Warong are not here.
I don't know if I'd want to do it necessarily this one, but I would like to establish the canon and kind of not reboot, but get on the right path Nice and Rogvert storyline, because I'm sorry, I did forget some things, and I was just blanket doing the character action. That's a 2-dimensional character when I'm attempting to do a 3-dimensional character.
Okay.
And I did that because I honestly did not remember the story because it was 5 months ago. Mm-hmm. So not necessarily going to do it now, but Devin, I would like to message you and just be like, all right, tell me where the hell I'm at with this. I'm gonna give a basic timeline, and then you fix it.
Okay, what the fuck did I do? Sorry. Okay.
Because I feel that would help us because our characters are connected, obviously a bit more than ours to other ones.
Okay.
You guys know, right?
Huh?
You guys know each other personally.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I was the leader of the local establishment. She was the one who basically comes down and just like, who I just suck up to and try and please and just try and chew off as fast as I can. Before
Can I make it
happens.
any more obvious?
God damn it.
What?
No. Now I'm picturing Rogvert with a skateboard.
Wait.
The way you started, like he was the one, then she was the one. It was like Avril Lavigne's hit song,
"Bang Bang."
Gator Boy.
See you later,
boy.
But I can get touch on that. But I did want to maybe play with the whole like realizing that I almost called you Rogvert, Tito, and Warong ago. I'm just like, okay, do we have the time? Do we have the time to worry about that right now? Like this is important. When we land, I was like, this is Nice taking charge. And you know, like when we land, we'll send an X-wing out. We'll send a patrol out to see if we can find something. Maybe they got lost on the way here. I don't know how you get lost in hyperspace, but I assume it happens. Hopefully, they landed somewhere nearby.
Yeah, maybe the coordinates or something.
Well, I don't know where you are.
But but you have to put coordinates before you go into hyperspace. Like maybe in the stress, I fucked up the coordinates. Who knows?
Yeah, like maybe just like it's like the minute details. You're just like, okay, maybe they didn't make it to this planet, but they might still be somewhere in the system, like just not the right place. It's like, okay, we'll send patrols out to see what the hell if we can find something because they're important too. But right now, we do need to land this ship onto the planet, and then Nice is like, shit, what do I do then? What am I supposed to do then? Like I never actually been in a crisis like this before, really.
Do you want?
And it's sort of starting to overwhelm.
Do you want to do one of your strong moves or lateral moves for this?
No, I think this is like her. I think this is a character building scene of her. Like, oh crap! Like, what do I do now? So we're coming in close to the planet, and we get we're coming like getting into. I'm not sure if there's like a space parking lot or like a space like what the hell like in other sci-fi they have like gateways everyone has to go into before they land on a planet. You know, like go into
Star Wars. It's usually just like in Star Wars. It's usually just like a capital ship like scans you, and they're like, okay, you can go. No.
It's customs. You have to go through customs.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Okay, but like Zach said, like just things are just scanned because some of the traffic for some of these planets is like massive.
right. So no one's well, we still need to land. So I figured like we need to find a starport that's open.
Yeah.
This isn't a huge ship, right? Like it's a not even like quite Corvette size, probably like Millennium Falcon size. So just would I try to hail the planet in general, or I look for a specific starport?
Do you care about that shit, or do you just want to land and then do something that you want to do?
No, yeah, I figured there'd be somewhere it's like, hey, like telling random's character shit. Sorry,
Cormac.
Yeah, like hail this frequency because the starport is near the Senate or whatever, or it's where they're probably going to be, and they head up. It's like, who is it? And it's like it's niece. Toss it.
No.
The senator's daughter, and I need to land urgently. Is there any place we can land? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. And they give us a spot nearby. And as Cormac is setting all that up, I'm just sort of talking to him and to Robert and to the rest of the human crew that we saved from the base. Like, I would say let me do the talking, but I don't know who to talk to. So maybe chime in if you have any bright ideas.
Are you a little fish out of water right now?
Huh?
Are you is
a little bit, yeah.
Fish out of water. Not you, Devin. I know that you know what you're doing with your character. Just getting an idea.
Do you?
Maybe.
Yeah, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm not sure if I do, but that's the problem with not talking for 2 straight sessions. So okay, I'd say let me handle this, and I sort of like side eye Rogbert when I say that. Like, let me handle this. And we land and oh crap.
I begrudgingly mouth okay to him and then just like avert my eyes and don't look him in the eyes. Sorry.
Do you want some help from Captain Hayhurst?
Maybe. I might ask for that.
It's like, Hayhurst probably says we need to report to the New Republic military or whatever. Like, say we got attacked and said there might be an attack back on Ensmon.
Yeah. I feel like when we do land in there, there's probably like.
I think that's sorry. I'm just saying. I think that's remind everyone to stay on task, and he gains a token, so he's going to gain a token for the liberation. Yeah,
okay.
Crab emoji.
So what do you call them? Like the guards that show up to say hello, the customs agents show up, and it's like whenever they see us and we walk out the gangplank or whatever to them. There's one that looks like he's probably the captain. Like he is dressed like with a slightly fancier Republic uniform. Like he opens his mouth and Nisa's like, before he could say anything, Nisa's like, okay, I need you to get me in touch with the rest of the Senate. If they're in session, tell them to chill out. And then also take this droid and this man. He can tell you what this droid needs done. There's memory files in this droid that we need to have looked at. And the guard just sits there and like you start like that thing where he like has his finger up and then curls it and closes it off like
What moves are you
okay.
doing for all of this?
Does that have to be a move?
This is a game, Devin. We have to like have some.
Well,
like,
a lot of stuff we've done hasn't cost moves.
There's dialogue and then there's actions that cause things to happen.
That's true. Enact a plan or order and follow it through.
Sure.
Okay, take away one of my fleur-de-lis. So I guess the cat's going to like go over to Katie and just sort of assume that they're gonna follow him. Like, all right, come on, because you're a droid, and droids are good at taking orders. I guess is this guard's mindset.
Oh, and so like I don't, and I'm just like, can I help you?
And I go over to Katie, like, Katie, we need to figure out what you can't figure out, and this guard's going to help you with that. He's going to get your memories back.
Can I don't want to go alone. Can someone come with me?
Yeah, fair.
Cormac, can you follow your droid?
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
We're splitting up the party again. Although it's probably fine. Oh, I'm starting to feel tired, Zach. God damn it.
We can wrap it up soon. Just to, like, you got.
No, it's fine.
You guys gotta, have a scene worth wrapping up on. Anyone else besides Devin have ideas?
Not for right now, but next session I will do better.
Okay.
East Coasters are all tired.
Roll, you and I have done enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoop.
$4. Okay.
Random Katie.
I'm thinking.
I don't have any memories yet to unlock. Like I don't have a good backstory to be unlocked yet. Also, if I did, I don't think we'd have time for it.
Not tonight.
Because I mean, how many years of memories do I have? Question mark.
So I guess we could have a scene with me and Robert in like the waiting room outside, just like because they're not just gonna call very important people, and just because some crazy blue chick started yelling for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to confirm. It's like, hey, is this actually your daughter, Senator?
I'm just imagining Rogbert just like very anxiously like tapping his foot just stiff as a board, just waiting. Who's the father of the big bad in his entire life?
Well, do you want to do that? Make everyone else got character building. Do you want to give me some? Like character backstory building?
I'm just imagining at this point, I mean, it's always the standard adversary. The boss is always going to be the bad guy no matter what they do. But the boss is the one carrying out the extraction of resources, which, the settlement depends on.
We could have a conversation, Jordan. We could ask about, like, who you think I'm calling in, like, who you think I'm talking about. Probably figure it's a parent of mine.
Okay. So who do you answer to? I've really only talked to you for, what, how many years? I don't know.
Do you want the bureaucratic answer, or do you want the real answer?
We stole a spaceship. Give me whatever answer you have now.
The answer I'm probably supposed to give in the most HR-friendly tone possible is I report to a subcommission about expansion in outer rim colonies that we've lost contact with.
Good job, Devin.
The real answer is I'm waiting to see if my mom comes in.
Did you say your mom?
Yeah.
She wanted you in this business?
Yes and no.
Because, I mean, my daughter's off away at school, but I sure as heck wouldn't send my daughter to every backwards planet in the Outer Rim. Ours is pretty alright, but it's pretty lawless out there.
Yeah, she didn't send me out there. That was more just being a self-starter and I did it because I wanted to, and she didn't let me to. So, whatever.
Rebellion.
Yeah. I just thought this would be more fun than what she wanted me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is be some random senator secretary until they decided to make me some other gobbledygook position, and then it's like, okay, maybe one day it's like, no, that sounds boring.
Also,
at least you're seeing them.
Sorry, I just want to check. I think that you saying like it's my mom can count as a vulnerable move, as in telling a hard truth in a way that hurts. That doesn't really hurt, but it's kind of embarrassing,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me a fleur-de-lis.
Yeah.
give him a token.
So go ahead, Jordan.
At least you're out seeing the world.
Galaxy.
That's where mine is.
A lot of them, yeah.
The world. Don't get off mine that much. Obviously.
Let's see. Do you think Jordan's gaining or spending anything from this?
Let me see. I was hoping I would gain some point. Maybe that you don't understand something, like, very broadly, but I don't know. I'm not gonna give myself stuff. Especially since I'm really tired.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I worked all day.
I feel like this is like a decent place to wrap up. Unless, do you have anything else you two want to say to each other?
No, but I like where we're going for right now, and if we can manage to find like a date in February, I would like to pick this back up.
Yeah.
Where I haven't been
we're
up
moving
since.
along. Like this is the session that I've been wanting to do for a while. Just like, hey, the plot's happening. We need to just go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a story.
But like,
found
okay.
it.
So Devin, I feel if you and Jordan have anything else you want to say to each other, Jordan, I'll let you get another tree just because you don't have a lot, and like you're opening up to Nice in a way you haven't opened up to before. So just like, why not?
Yeah.
This is our game, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That can count as you.
I will put that.
You're like you're genuinely asking her a question, so you're admitting you don't understand. So.
Okay, I didn't want to just say I deserve the point, but also I kind of need some points so I can actually do stuff. We haven't done a whole lot of fixing things, so
and
I
like,
haven't had necessarily.
And meanwhile, Rule has like 6, so like Rule don't earn anymore. Spend those. So okay.
Until I can take it with something, there's few opportunities for me.
So okay, so Nice and Rogbert, have that nice little chat. I feel like the last shot then, again, stop me if you want something else to happen, because again, I'm not the GM. I have to keep trying to remind myself that. But like, I feel like the last shot is like the doors open, and there's Nice's mother, right?
Yeah.
I immediately stand up and just as stiff as can possibly be, hands behind back. That one picture of Finn Balor when he was in Japan, just trying to be like a good little young boy, trying to be
like all those that's all those pictures of him where he's just standing with his arms behind his back, smiling. It's just like, why do you always take pictures like this, man?
I feel like you see the door opens and you see this senatorial figure dressed in finery come through, and your instinct is to stand up and like assume some sort of like respectful pose, and Niche just grabs your arm and just like sort of pulls you back down, and it's like, no, it's fine. She doesn't deserve it. Sit down.
Okay.
So what do you and your mother say to each other?
Do I get to play? That's a weird sentence I almost said.
It doesn't need to be like too much. It's like, what's the final lines we're ending on here?
I don't. She doesn't have a name in my head, but
we can come up with it later.
Like Blue Mom is like, oh, Niece, you found your way back home, and Niece is just like, not for long. This is for all the Senate, not just you. There was, and then like that weird cut where it's like we're clearly talking, but we can't hear what we're saying. There's just like fast track through the conversation, me explaining everything that I saw, and the concern starts to grow slightly on her. Maybe not like familiar concerns, but just like, oh god, what was that? What happened there? This is something I'm going to have to talk about to the Galactic Senate. Type concern as this silent conversation in our review continues.
And is that where you just want it to end? It's like that conversation just drifting off?
Drifting off, and then like final scenes being like music. So that came here. Then we came straight here, and obviously you know the rest. And she sort of solemnly nods, like, I'll get the Senate assembled tomorrow. Or I'll get a Senate task force assembled tomorrow. It's like, not a fucking task force. We need a fleet. Probably. And then she's like I said, I'll talk to people tomorrow. And then she leaves coldly without looking back.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, nice to see you too, Mom.
And Niche just has her head in her hand, like just sort of like, of course that's how that went.
Oh boy.
And then just sort of like, well, you want to go check on Kate? You want to go check on KT? I say to Robert.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
let's
that could
get
be
out of
where it
here.
ends. And that's
Okay.
Sorry.
This is out of my element.
All right. Okay, we're good for now. We've playing long enough. It's getting late for you guys, so. All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be back soon because I feel like we got this rolling again. We got some stuff going.
Yeah.
All right. So.
For real, if we can all just be like, hey, if you Saturdays and or just let me know so I can request it off far enough in advance. Somewhere
Right.
the third or fourth week of February, so we can do this like monthly.
Okay. I'll try and remember to do that, Jordan. Don't worry. Okay.
All right.
Well, let's see everyone later.